Hello, everyone. This is a much bigger room than I anticipated. I'm going to be talking about OVN-Kubernetes, which is a CNCF project for the next 5 minutes. I'm Surya. I'm an engineer working at Red Hat on OpenShift networking and a maintainer of the OVN-Kubernetes project. So OVN-Kubernetes is a production-grade scalable networking plugin solution for your Kubernetes clusters. And we have two main adopters today, which is NVIDIA. They run it in their cloud gaming production environments, which provides seamless networking for their gaming workloads. And Red Hat uses it in OpenShift. And how many of you in the audience, when I mentioned OVN-Kubernetes, thought we were KubeOVN? Can you please raise hands? Don't be shy. If you thought we were KubeOVN, let's see it all the way up. Not that many. I see a few here and there. Every time I come to KubeCon, we get confused for KubeOVN, but I do want to mention that we are two separate projects. That's our logo. It's a Kubernetes wheel with OVN and OVS in the middle. So if there's a takeaway from my 5 minutes lightning talk, it's the fact that we are not KubeOVN. We are OVN-Kubernetes, which kind of sounds similar, and that's because we use the same terminologies or stack underneath. For those of you who do not know, we use OVS, also known as vSwitch, which is a production-grade multi-virtual switch, which is basically your data plane running on every node in the cluster. OVN is an abstraction on top of OVS, which makes life simple, meaning that it helps you abstract all your networking constructs into logical network topologies, which then programs the open flows on your open vSwitch. OVN and OVS are Linux Foundation projects, and OVN-Kubernetes leverages both of these concepts at its core to make networking possible on your Kubernetes clusters. We were founded in 2016, but we were late to the CNCF journey. Late would be an understatement. We became a sandbox project only last year, but that's because we were late to the start line to begin with. But we're very happy to be here as part of the CNCF Cloud Native family. And that's our QR code for our website. Please do join us. We are looking for more contributors and adopters. And we have a very simple architecture. Like I mentioned, OVN-Kubernetes is basically watching for Kubernetes events and objects and translating them into OVN logical constructs. And what that means is, for example, if you have a node created in your Kubernetes cluster, this is translated to a bunch of virtual routers and switches, and that network topology is what makes networking possible. We have a lot of features and a rich feature set. Since it's only 5 minutes, I can't cover all of these, but come to our kiosk 15A. We will be here on all the 3 days of KubeCon in the Project Pavilion, where we can talk through all of these features. But for now, I'll just give a TLDR. In addition to supporting all the core Kubernetes features like pod-to-pod networking through Geneva encapsulation tunnels, services, network policies, admin network policies, we also support an advanced set of networking features like egress controls, bandwidth controls, performance through hardware offload for wire speed networking to your NIC, security, and with our brand new release, we have some cool features like user-defined networks, which is giving the ability to the end users to create more than one network in your cluster. So you can basically create isolated networks. Each namespace means a network, and you put your workloads attached to those networks. They can't talk to each other. So this guarantees multi-tenancy. In addition to that, you can also advertise these user-defined networks using BGP to provide a networks, so you can import and export routes this way. And we also work very closely with the KubeVirt community, which is a CNCF project as well, for VM networking use cases. We have some cool features like being able to request for static IPs for your virtual machines and making sure that they're persistent throughout reboots and live migration. And we also make sure that your source IP for your egress traffic from the VMs can stay the same using BGP. Project roadmap and highlights for our future releases. Like I mentioned, we use Geneva encapsulation for our overlay networking. But if you're an end user who cares about throughput, you can also use BGP and have no overlay mode. We also are adding support for EVPN, using which you can actually extend these user-defined networks and take your isolation all the way to your provider network fabric. For example, if you have a green tenant and a blue tenant, which are two different networks inside your Kubernetes cluster, you can take them all the way to your HR and finance networks on the outside using EVPN. And basically what OVN-Kubernetes is doing is trying to bridge data center networking, traditional networking, enterprise networking, and allowing end users to plug and play their networking solutions and bringing it much closer to the familiar Kubernetes networking that we all know and bridging the gap. So that's what's unique about our project, and this is what we're bringing into the CNCF landscape. And finally, I know I'm at time, so how can you get involved with the project? Scan the QR code, that's our website. We hang out at CNCF Slack, OVN-Kubernetes channel. We have alternate Monday community meetings, so come say hi to us. And, oh, that just switched my screen back. I'll just put that here. We are at Kiosk 15A on the next 3 days at KubeCon. So looking forward to seeing you all there. Thank you very much for listening, and have a great day.